You people should go back for me. Go back a bit. Go back. Go back. Yeah, push straight. You push straight. You push straight. Just go around.
Thank you very much. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Mahama, the Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, the Directors of the FAO representatives, Ministers present, my able Water Regional Minister, I can see you here, the Deputy Agric Minister, I can see you, Deputy Defense Minister, I can see you, Members of Parliament present, Nananom Municipal and District Chief, Coordinating Director President, Head of the institution, students and teachers present here, the distinguished invited guests, the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor for me to be given this unique opportunity to welcome His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana to the Ashanti region and for that matter the Garden City. To be precise, you are here in the Trimango municipality in Carrier to be precise, to participate in the launch of the Tree for Life Reforestation initiative in commemoration of the International Day of Forest as well. I am deeply grateful to the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources and the Planning Committee for selecting Ashanti region for the launch of this important initiative. I believe the selection of this region is not because we have the most degraded environment, but I believe that it is because we have a very rich and enviable cultural heritage and a rich natural resources which needs to be protected and preserved. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we in the Ashanti region can really boast of natural resources such as the Lake Bosomtwi or Wabi Wildlife Sanctuary, the Butterfly Sanctuary, Mampos, Cap, Kumasi Zoo, the Forest Reserve, which have rich biodiversity and other tourist sites. These, as I have mentioned above, needs to be protected for this generation and the generation unborn. What is most challenging for us as a region is how we will be able to ensure that we do not lose these rich resources and their functions which are critical for the survival and our sustenance. To further this mission, the region seeks to partner with the Forestry Commission to provide quality seedlings for tree planting and also for city and for home beautification. This will not only restore the green cover but also reaffirm Kumasi's legacy as the Garden City of West Africa and beyond. Mr. President, as you are aware, the rate of our forest degradation is increasing faster than we can imagine. Fortunately, the agents of degradation are all man-made. They are illegal mining, i.e. galamsey, bushfires, agricultural activities, hunting, excessive timber logging by both legal and illegal chainsaw operators, and excessive fuel wood harvesting, especially in the rural areas. Your Excellency, in order to address these problems, what we all need to do as a people is to make conscious effort to change our attitude and adopt behaviors that will ensure a sustainable management of these resources. Beyond protecting the forest, Mr. President, Your Excellency and the Minister for Land and Natural Resources, we seek to encourage homes together with the Parks and Gardens and that department, so they will be able to keep laws and also be able to plant these trees that will beautify their homes. So that next year, if we are gathered here, we will be able to even award individuals who have personalized this project and have been able to nurture their trees in their homes in order to encourage more people to do that. As I am ending, I hope you all enjoyed this short stay at Nkawie Municipality, and I encourage you to take advantage of the visit of His Excellency the President to learn also about the rich culture of the people of Nkawie and Ashanti region for that matter. Mr. President, before I end, let me take this opportunity to also sympathize with our traders to join us in the Ashanti region on this special occasion. So we really appreciate you. Your insightful account of this year's theme, Forests and Foods, has enriched our understanding of the critical role forests play in our lives. The International Day of the Forest is a day globally observed to raise awareness about the importance of all types of forests and trees for current and future generations. We also gathered today to launch the Tree for Life Reforestation Initiative, a very important manifesto commitment of His Excellency Prez.John Mahama. Indeed, forests are vital sources of food, medicine, and non-timber forest products that support livelihoods. Beyond these, forests provide formal and informal employment, sustain rich biodiversity for ecotourism, generate foreign exchange through timber exports, and regulate our climate. Threaten the very foundation. Unfortunately, our forests have been dwindling at an alarming rate, threatening the very foundation of our ecosystem. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the Tree for Life Reforestation Initiative couldn't have been launched at a better time. It is being launched at a time when there's an urgent need to address ecological challenges such as illegal mining, deforestation, and climate change. This initiative envisions transforming heavily degraded areas into functional, vibrant ecosystems that support biodiversity and human livelihoods. This initiative is aimed at, one, raising environmental awareness about the importance of tree planting and conservation, two, enhancing biodiversity through ecosystem restoration, three, combating climate change and mitigating its adverse impacts, four, restoring polluted water bodies to their natural state through the Blue Water Initiative, and promoting sustainable livelihoods by creating green jobs in agroforestry, ecotourism, fish farming, and apiculture. Five, enhancing urban greening by planting trees in cities. And six, instilling in our children and youth the value of tree planting, nurturing, and environmental stewardship. To achieve these objectives, the initiative is structured around two key components. The first is education, awareness creation, and sensitization campaign. And the plan is that we embark on a massive education through community debates, radio and television programs, school events, and partnership with traditional leaders, faith-based organizations, and all relevant stakeholders. And we have already started this effort. For example, just yesterday, as part of the International Day of the Forest, the Forestry Commission organized a quiz competition for a cluster of schools in Achimota, Accra, to create awareness among school children. I, as a minister, made a statement on the floor of Parliament to draw attention to the need for all Ghanaians to adopt a culture of tree planting. The second component is the undertaking of reforestation and afforestation in degraded landscapes. The specific annual field activities to be undertaken will include
the distribution of 5 million tree seedlings of various species to be incorporated into farmlands. 2. Distribution of another 2 million seedlings, including fruit trees, ornamental trees, amenity and multipurpose trees to be planted in urban areas. 3. The engagement of 1,000 casual workers from forest fringe communities to undertake enrichment planting of 4,000 hectares within degraded understocked forest reserves. Establish and maintain 7,500 hectares of forest plantations annually. Collectively, these interventions will achieve an annual forest landscape restoration target of 20,000 hectares, culminating in the planting of over 80,000 hectares within 4 years. This will be a remarkable achievement in our landscape restoration efforts. Your Excellency, in support of the recently launched Blue Water Initiative, we also plant trees along water bodies to prevent erosion and siltation, restore coastal areas and watersheds, and reclaim degraded mine areas, as I stated earlier. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, during the rainy season, the first week of June this year, His Excellency the President will lead the nation in a nationwide tree planting exercise. This exercise will continue throughout June and into mid-July, designated as Make Ghana Green Month. The Forestry Commission and collaborating agencies will provide seedlings to all Ghanaians who wish to participate in this tree planting exercise. The success of this initiative hinges on the collective efforts of everyone.
It is a national call to action. It is a commitment to the future of our forests, our environment, and for generations yet to come. Every year on March 21st, the world pauses to reflect on the critical role forests play in survival of mankind. And this year's theme, Forest and Food, reminds us that forests are not just landscapes of trees facing our forests and our water bodies. The statistics are staggering. Between 1990 and 2020, the world lost 420 million hectares of forest. This, to put it in context, is an area 17 times the land size of Ghana. So if you imagine the land size of Ghana 17 times in 10 years, between 1990 and 2020, no, between 1990 and 2020, the world lost that size of forest. Here in Ghana, this crisis is even more urgent. Ghana is reported to have lost 60% of our forest cover since between 1950 to date. We've lost 60% of our forest cover. According to the briefing, 44 out of Ghana's 288 forest reserves have been invaded by illegal miners. Even more concerning, 9 of these reserves were classified as no-go zones, where armed guards prevented forest officers from performing their duties. This means that for 9 of these forests, there were armed gangs in there that were ready to shoot at anybody who went into those forests. Illegal mining, commonly known as galamsey, has become a national crisis. It is not just an environmental issue, it actually threatens our economy, our health, and our way of life. Farmers are losing their farmlands, our rivers are turning brown and toxic with pollution, and entire communities are being affected. One of the most alarming reports is the report from the Water Resources Commission that indicates that the turbidity level in the southwestern water basin is between 5,000 and 12,000 NTUs. This is a measure for what they call turbidity. If you take water, it's supposed to flow like a liquid. and the turbidity level of any water should be less than 5,000. But if it's at 12,000, then it means you are pouring something like mud. That is that measurement. And so many of our rivers have become so turbid, they are no longer like water below 5,000 NTUs. And the permissible level of water turbidity is 500 NTU. And so if you go and find the river with 12,000 NTU, then it means it's no longer water. It is something else. If we do not act, the consequences would be catastrophic. But today we're not here to mourn what we have lost. We're here to chart a new course and boldly commit to restoring our environment to its original state. I'm proud to launch the Tree for Life Reforestation Initiative, an initiative and a key pillar of my administration's 120-day social contract with the people of Ghana. This initiative is designed to restore degraded lands and forest reserves. It's designed to conserve our remaining natural forests. It's designed to promote sustainable livelihoods through reforestation and also to enhance climate resilience and mitigate climate change. Local communities and youth groups to restore these lands into productive green spaces that support agriculture, ecotourism, and sustainable timber production. Distinguished guests, no single institution or government can achieve this vision alone. The Tree for Life initiative's success depends on all Ghanaians' collective efforts. Number one, traditional authorities. As custodians of the land, I urge you to actively support this initiative by offering degraded lands for reforestation and ensuring that the communities uphold sustainable environmental practices. Number two, the private sector. I call on businesses and the corporate world, especially in agriculture, forestry, and mining, to adopt responsible environmental policies and support afforestation projects as part of their corporate social responsibility. Number three, our youth and students, and I see many of them here. My children, I'm addressing you now. You are Ghana's future environmental leaders, and I encourage you to actively participate in tree planting exercises, join your environmental clubs, and make advocacy for sustainable development of forests. All schools, basic, secondary, and tertiary, will be supported to plant trees around their schools and on their campuses. And as the minister said, each of you is going to plant your own tree. And so if there are 1 million plus of you, it means that every year we'll have 1 million plus trees. Are you up to the challenge? Are you up to the challenge? Okay, I'll come and inspect your trees next year. Enforcement. And this is why under my administration, we will sustain the fight against illegal mining or galamsey. I've directed that no government appointee at any level should engage in any form of legal or illegal mining. If you want to be a miner, leave government and go and be a miner. You can't be in government and be a miner at the same time. And I wish to reiterate that any government appointee found violating this directive